In this Map Suite MVC Edition sample app walkthrough, we're going to show you how to use the Rotation Projection class to rotate the map. Here on our sample we've got a map of all the countries of the world, and we've got two buttons over here that can rotate the map both clockwise and counterclockwise. Let's dig right into the code to see how you would implement this in your application if you need to rotate the map, whether it be for navigational purposes or to give your user a better experience and the map view that they would expect with rotation. So to get started, let's look at the view source. And down here is where we're setting up the map when the application loads. So we're going to go ahead and add that map to the page, set the map unit to decimal degrees, and then we're going to start loading some layers onto a static overlay. And here's where we're using the rotation projection class, so we're just going to instantiate one of those. And then we go ahead and load our shapefile feature layer like we normally would. We're loading the country 02 in this case, setting its style so we know how to render it and applying that to all zoom levels. Right here is where we actually assign the rotation projection to the feature source off of the shapefile feature layer by setting it to the projection class. And again, this rotation projection can be done on virtually any feature layer, just not shapefile feature layers. So if you have tab file feature layers or other types, you can do this rotation projection as well. Then we just add the layer to the static overlay and render the map out accordingly. And what we get there is just our basic map being displayed. So let's look and see what happens when you click either the rotate counterclockwise or clockwise buttons. So they're defined here as these input buttons, and we can see on the on-click event they are calling these two JavaScript routines, rotate counterclockwise and rotate clockwise. And those JavaScript routines are right here, and they're going to do an AJAX callback by using the AJAX call action after the map. And we're going to call our controller, and we're going to call either the rotate counterclockwise or the rotate clockwise method inside that controller, depending on which button they clicked. And then once that's done, this map callback is going to happen that redraws the layer or redraws the static overlay, so the map will actually rotate on the client side. So let's go look at the server side code now to see how the actual map rotation is occurring. So we're going to do that by clicking the view controller source. And in here we've got our two methods, rotate counterclockwise and rotate clockwise. And you can see all we're doing in here is getting a reference to the rotation projection that we originally assigned to our layer by getting that off of the static overlay and getting our actual feature layer and referencing that projection property. And then we just change the angle to add 45 degrees to it. So the rotation projection has an angle property that's 0 through 360, so you can rotate the map accordingly. And then finally we just redraw the static overlay so that rotation occurs. Same thing happens on the clockwise, except we're subtracting 45 degrees. So as you can see, if you have an input from a GPS, a receiver, or something along those lines, and you're getting a heading from 0 to 360, it's as easy as updating that angle property to have the map reflect that angle and rotate the map accordingly. I hope this sample app walkthrough has been helpful. If you have any questions about rotation or projection, feel free to contact us, or you can post your questions directly on our discussion forums at thinkgeo.com/forums. Thank you for watching.